The GAN XS is GAN's 2019 flagship, and now in 2023, a lot of things cubing hardware-wise have happened since then, with the introduction of core magnets, ball cores, and maglev in cubes. But does this cube still hold up to all the new features? In this video, we'll find out. First off, we'll go over the feel of this cube. Now, the GAN XS has a premium GAN cube feel, and it feels smooth to turn, and the magnets give it a nice sense of controllability. Of course, this might be affected from your setup, and it'll vary with the lube combinations that you use. But one thing that this cube doesn't really have as much is the catching feature that the more newer GAN cubes apparently have, and I've slightly noticed with my 11M Pro. Now, one reason that I'm assuming is that this is the last GAN cube to just use a standard core without any core magnets, compared to the 11M Pro and onward, which use core magnets, and the 12 onward are using the auto turn feature. Overall, this cube's feel will suit your turning style if you use GAN cubes a lot. However, if you don't, you might have to do some readjusting. Onto the more internal side of things, the tensioning system of the GAN XS is the same one as the 11M Pro and GAN X V2s. Now, alongside the Tornado V3, this is actually my favorite tensioning system because of how simple it is. The way it works is that the GES nuts, light blue or dark blue, have tensioning options, and this one has 1 and 3, and this one has 2 and 4. And the greater the number is, the looser the cube is. And for the spring compression system, you just turn counterclockwise and you tighten down the spring. So you just turn, and once you hear the big snap, like right there, then the spring system is now at its loosest and you just turn it down. And the tensions that I use on this cube is 1 on the GES nuts, which is the tightest, and 4 on the spring compression, which is actually the same as Felix Zemdeg's GAN XS, and also on my 11M Pro. The GAN XS also has a way to adjust the magnet strength, and you don't need a tool for it, which I am kind of disappointed that the more newer cubes have went away from. But the way the magnet adjusting system works is that, as we can see here, the magnet right now is in the middle of the edge, and if I push it more closer inward, the magnet is weaker, and if I pull it outward, it's now stronger. And I currently use the medium magnet strength as the way I turn, and when doing M slices, you're doing a turn in between 2 layers worth of magnets, so you're gonna have to put way more force into them. The GAN XS currently has 2 outer texture options, and that is stickered and standard stickerless. Now, this is the last GAN cube to just have 2 outer texture options, as from the 11M Pro onward, they introduced UV coating. Now onto the solves. I can roughly get the same times on the GAN XS as the 11M Pro, but one thing that I like about it is that I lock up less, because the 11M Pro sometimes catches during my solves. But one thing that I don't like about it is because of the lack of core magnets, I sometimes go a little too fast, and I'm used to the core magnets helping me maintain my turning speed. And since this cube doesn't have any, I go too fast and I sometimes overshoot. But this cube feels similar to the 11M Pro when I'm solving. And one thing that I like about it also is that I got it in stickered, meaning I could grip just as well as with the UV coating on the 11M Pro. One of the things that I don't like about the GAN XS is its price. The cube originally used to cost $60, but then got lowered down to $39. And although I can probably understand stuff like making these cubes and the materials, driving up the cost and that, I don't like how cubes with basically the same things as the GAN XS, adjustable magnets and an adjustable tensioning system, are going for much cheaper, like the Tornado V3 Standard Edition at $24. And I do hope this cube gets another price cut like the 11M Pro has gotten one. Now, although there are better cubes out there now for two-handed solving, this cube is actually very great for one-handed solving, as it is still being used by Max Park and Felix Zemdegs for one-handed solving, and honestly, I myself like this cube for one-handed solving whenever I practice the event. Overall, this cube's feeling is neat, and I can generally see more people using it, and this cube actually can be my main since I get the same times on it as on my 11M Pro, but I'll have to test this one under a competition setting to see if I'll actually main it or not. But that was it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!